Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CTL. We are one episode away from WrestleMania. This is the final episode for CTL before WrestleMania. Of course, we will probably have FLH most likely this weekend, and then we will be heading to WrestleMania. Now, I don't know how we're going to plan all this with SummerSlam coming up with the WWE, even though you already know our pay-per-view. Our WrestleManias are going to be better than their SummerSlam because we don't have Goldberg. But anyway, I just want to say this. It has been a wonderful year for CTL. Styles, like Ozzy, all managers have been requested to speak at the beginning of the episode, of the final episode. And, yeah. So we're going to hear from Styles here tonight. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Brandon Styles here, the general manager of CTL. And first of all, I want to thank all of you CTL subscribers. You have made this job amazing for me. And come WrestleMania, we are going to put on the show of a lifetime. I want to say this. I, as manager, have had the fewest problems of any brand. WTF, no disrespect, has had tons of problems with the NBA, with the prisoner, with the neighborhood guy. We have only had one problem and one problem only, and he hasn't been a problem. He's been annoying, and that's Dr. Educator. And as for FLH, well, Luke Lasagna is not going to be giving a speech this week because FLH has basically crumbled. So our brand has had the fewest problems, but we still have one to deal with, and that is you, Dr. Educator. And come WrestleMania, you're going to be joining the buff twig in the unemployment line. You and all of your goons. You mark my words. I also want to say this. We're going to have some fantastic matches. We're going to have Alonzo versus Mark Silverman. Mark Silverman, one of the greatest CTL champions of all time. Of course, he's also going to be in another match defending his Intercontinental title against Lethal. Also, we have Jarrex versus Cairo for the United States belt. We have Luther and Marcus versus Game Over for the tag titles. We have 7'4" Joe J. James versus 7'4" Temple. And we, of course, have John versus Dr. Educator. And guys, we will have many more matches. So if you do not have a match yet, do not worry. You may not get a match at WrestleMania, but we still could have some matches left over. So do not worry, guys. I want to thank all of you all for coming out tonight. And long live CTL. And Styles giving his last wishes before WrestleMania. Of course, he forgot Candy Vega versus Daphne for the women's title. That's another match. But yeah, guys, there's still some open slots for you all. I know, it's tough. It's tough. And some of you all aren't in title matches, and it's tough. But we're going to try to get something done. Even if it's a battle royal, we're going to try to give you something to help out. I don't think anybody in this match right here has a title shot. We could throw them in a battle royal. There's a few others that aren't going to be on the episode tonight that are in the same boat as these five. So yeah, we can figure something out. So don't worry, guys. But anyway, yeah, some big matches there. It will be a 2-night event. So like I said, that's not I don't think that's enough to fill up 2 nights. And yeah, so this is an Extreme Rules match, 5-man elimination match. This is basically an exhibition match. The winner doesn't get really anything out of this, but it's the thought that matters. But anyway, guys, we have some big matches tonight. We have all kinds of great matches. We will have John will be in action tonight. John Michael DeSanta versus one of Dr. Educator's goons, Frederick Duncan. tonight. We will also have the challengers, Luther, Marcus, and Alonzo versus Game Over and Mark Silverman. We will also tonight have Joe J. James teaming with Gorgey, taking on Brandon Styles and Temple. Temple will be in action later tonight. So we got some pretty good matches going on. So yeah. And we hope you guys enjoy them. But like I said, we have a lot of matches already set for Mania. Some big matches. And Ryan's got a kendo stick. Of course, FLH will be big this week, so do not miss it. And then after that, we start WrestleMania week. So just stay tuned. We really don't have dates set. It's going to be a rough weekend next weekend because you got SummerSlam, and we're going to have to, I don't think we're going to compete with them. We might throw some Rumbles out. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest with you. That's kind of tricky because I believe it's a 2-night event. So I don't know. UFC could be on a different night next week. We may have to do that. So just to let you guys know, I don't know yet. We'll have to see how FLH comes along. And yeah, we're going to have a big WrestleMania preview as well. Go over all the matches that are going to happen. A lot of matches are going to happen. And a kick out there by Sean. And Ryan thrown out of the ring. And Luther going for the pin. And a kick out there by Ryan. Domino's got a chair. And yeah, there's still some spots. Let me look over. So, you know, the thing is, we're probably going to do 8 matches is the minimum of what's going to go down at WrestleMania. So, to review the matches, and I'll try to keep track while this is going on. It's an elimination match. To review the matches, of course, you got Candy Vega versus Daphne for the women's title. We got that going on. We'll just start off with the title matches. And then we got Jarrex versus Cairo for the U.S. belt. Then we will also have Lethal versus Mark for the Intercontinental title. Mark holds 2 titles right now. So yeah, he'll defend on separate nights, of course. He'll defend the Intercontinental probably night 1, most likely. And, of course, the CTL title will be the final match, most likely. We also have Luther and Marcus versus Game Over for the tag titles. We got that going on for WrestleMania match. And then, not last but not least, we have Alonzo versus Mark for the CTL title. So, a lot there. And then, of course, you got Joe versus Temple, 7'4" versus 7'4", and you got John versus Dr. Educator. So that's 7 matches right there planned already. That means we still have, look here, and a kick out there by Mr. Live. That means we still have at least 1 spot. That's not if some of these matches are short, we'll throw in another spot. So, we got a lot going on here. 7 matches already scheduled. I don't believe there's anything else right now, and who knows? You could get a fight with one of Dr. Educator's goons, perhaps. One of you all could. An 8-man battle royal. definitely in the books for everybody that, that didn't make WrestleMania. That will be the first match we could start, kick it off with. So, yeah. Maybe the winner of that will take on somebody else. I don't know. It's kind of hard to do it. It's kind of hard to have that happen. It really is. Because you don't want to leave anybody out. And of course, a lot of people, they kind of stop. And it's kind of 2K20's fault. Some people just stop watching CTL. So we're going to favor people that watch CTL. So there's already been one elimination in this match. Looks like it was Domino. Was the first one eliminated here. Sorry I didn't keep track of that. I'm trying to go over the match schedules. I mean, we are going to have probably a big pre-show talking about all the matches coming up. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen on the final episode of FLH. It's not going to be a match probably. So who knows what's going to happen on that one. And, of course, we'll probably get 2K22 announcements. And a kick out there by Ryan. So 2K22 announcements could decide when what happens. I mean, so yeah. And Sean going for the pin here. And he has pinned Ryan, so we are down to 3. It is now a triple threat match. Sean grabbing a kendo stick here. And look here. Oh, man, Mr. Live. A nice shot there. And look at Sean. Oh, man. Really aggressive with Samuel there. And a kick out there by Samuel. Of course, Samuel's grandfather, the old twig, got fired last week. If you guys missed it, go back and watch it. It was hilarious. And, yeah, he's gone. So he's gone for good for the rest of the year. And Styles mentioned that Dr. Educator's next and his whole entire goons. So that's going to be interesting. And we're down to Mr. Live versus Sean. And of course, if it's going to be very interesting. This upcoming 2K22. Of course, we're going to have sign-ups for CTL, sign-ups for WTF for the subs. Hopefully FLH will not be in ruins by the time we bring that back, and maybe a fourth brand will return. Who knows? There's some rumors going around in the locker room. But, the episodes are going to be shorter. We're going to try to make them shorter. Some people would prefer them that way, and we agree. We can get a lot more done. We can tell accurate storylines and not have just throw people in. It's going to be hard for CTL, though. That is going to be the big burden. So, I'm just warning you guys. People are already getting left out as it is. And with, when we cut down episodes from 50 minutes to 35, that's 15 minutes of subscribers that could have been in the episode. So, yeah. Just keep that in mind. And look at Mr. Live here. And a kick out there. And Mr. Live's got a chair. And Mr. Live, oh man, what a shot to the back of Sean's head. And look here, spine buster, oh man. And that is going to leave a mark. And Mr. Live going for a pin here. And he gets the pin. Mr. Live wins the 5-man Extreme Rules match tonight. So big match, big win for Mr. Live. Doesn't get nothing out of it, but hey, he still wins, and this won't be the last you see of these guys. Hopefully we can do an 8-man battle royal and cover them for WrestleMania. There's a lot of great talent here, so, you know, some people just don't get title shots. And a very excellent victory there for Mr. Live. Up next, guys, we are going to have John Michael DeSanta versus Frederick Duncan. And this is definitely going to be interesting, because tonight, John gets to take on one of the goons. And I bet you he's excited for that. This will give him a little bit of practice. And honestly, this should be harder than, you know, Dr. Educator, because Dr. Educator's not a fighter. He's a coward, is what he is. And, yeah. I don't see how Dr. Educator is going to take control of CTL come WrestleMania. I just don't see it happening. Dr. Educator's goons will be in 2 matches tonight, this being one of them. And here comes the one, the only, Frederick Duncan. Former UFC fighter. He got fired a long time ago after he broke Macau's leg. All of them got fired, basically, like the exceptions of Gorgey, who wasn't as bad into the group as before. It was mainly Kong Chain and Frederick Duncan and Dr. Educator and Ron Shields. Dr. Educator crossing his arms. He's really wanting a victory here tonight, and he needs one, because, you know, Styles brought up earlier tonight, and there was no disrespect to WTF or FLH, but Styles has the least amount of worries on this brand. WTF's a madhouse. I mean, you got everybody's trying to take over WTF. As for FLH, it's even worse. It has been taken over. So, Styles, the only guy he's got to deal with is Dr. Educator and all of his dweebs like Paul Weiss and Frederick Duncan and Gorgey and Joe J. James and Kong Chain. I don't even know what Kong Chain's doing. I mean, is he injured? Is he not injured? Is he on the roster? Does anybody know? Can anyone tell me? I mean, nobody even knows. We haven't seen him forever. So, yeah. But anyway, besides those little goons, and how successful have they been? They haven't been successful at all. They've won a couple fights that didn't matter, but they haven't really won a big fight yet. And, you know, Frederick Duncan's got an opportunity here tonight. If he puts away John here, that would be a big advantage for Dr. Educator going into WrestleMania for momentum. I mean, obviously, he doesn't have the advantage at all. So, and look at Frederick Duncan. Some good shots there. If he could weaken John, perhaps, maybe it'll help. I don't know. I just don't see how it's going to help at all. And not even a 1. Frederick Duncan looking at his mentor. He cannot believe it. Well, he better believe it. Oh, man. And not even a 1 there. John with an elbow. Of course, Styles will be teaming up with Temple against J. James and Gorgey tonight. And look at Frederick Duncan here. Oh, look at this. This is a big move. Oh my goodness. What a move there. And what a slam. Dr. Educator throwing his hands up to that. A great slam there by Frederick Duncan, and he's getting heated here. We don't know who's the best of Dr. Educator's crew. It's pretty much undecided. I think it's going to be J. James, but Frederick Duncan may be number 2 in this group. And look here. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh man. And Dr. Educator going crazy as he's seeing his enemy in pain. And Frederick Duncan going for the pin. And a kick out there. Frederick Duncan, oh, he's got a nice submission. Locked in, but John gets right out of it. Look at John. What a power slam. Going for the pin here. A kick out there by Frederick Duncan. Uh-oh. John, oh my goodness. Look at this. Wow. From the top turnbuckle. What an amazing move. Oh, he's going to go for it again perhaps. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, and Frederick Duncan puts his knees up. Oh, man. What a great counter. Oh, my goodness. John throwing him over, looking at Dr. Educator as he does it. Total gangster. Total savage. Look at John here. Oh, man, drops Duncan. And John levels him. Going for the pin. And another kick out. And now arguing with the referee, telling him to go faster. Look at this. A power bomb right there. Perfect. And that's a point. So he's 1 point away from winning this thing. It's 2 out of 3 falls. And look at Duncan punishing John here. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Trying to weaken his opponent for WrestleMania. And a big move there. Kicking him in the head. And a kick out there. And look here, RKO. Dr. Educator going crazy. As Duncan, can he pull in a point? And no! Dr. Educator crossing his arms. He got so excited there for a second. And he could not get the point. And Duncan going for another submission here. John's in trouble. And John gets out of it again. Oh, nice drop kick. Look at John. Oh, man. What a slam. Oh, my goodness. What a slam. And a kick out. Not over. Oh, John's, this is risky. It pays off. It pays off. And here comes the pin. And it works. Dr. Educator cannot believe it. As one of his goons goes down tonight. John with an excellent match. Did not get pinned at all or submitted. Flawless victory. Duncan had a couple moves in there, but it didn't even faze John for the most part. And John with a big win. And that's a big win right before WrestleMania. So, humongous win for John. And as you can see, look at Dr. Educator. He's flipping out on the sideline. He's protesting the match. What is there to protest? You guys lost badly. He's still throwing a fit. And come WrestleMania, this could be your fate, Doctor. It could be your fate. And guys, up next, will Dr. Educator redeem himself? Can he redeem himself? We have a tornado tag. It is Temple. Temple is going to have his first match tonight, teaming up with Brandon Styles. Styles hired him after what he did to Joe J. James. And of course, 7'4" versus 7'4" will be a part of this matchup. And Gorgey will be involved, so will Styles to even it up. And 2 out of 3 falls, tornado tag. And of course, our main event tonight, guys, will be a 6-man tornado tag between Game Over and Mark, the CTL champion, versus the challengers, Luther and Marcus, teamed with Alonzo tonight. So big matches there. And Styles going, well, referee can't count that pin. He gets the back of his head hit. My goodness. Poor referees. They say CTL has the best insurance plan for referees. That's the rumor. I mean, they need one for sure. The way they get beat down in these matches. And, oh, man. And by the way, guys, I hope you guys watch FLH this week. I really do. Because what happened last week was completely ridiculous. What happened last week to Nusen Barafia was completely ridiculous. And what took place once I came down that ramp and fought this weirdo, whoever he is, was absolutely ridiculous. So you will see the continuation of that. And I'm not allowed to talk about it a lot during CTL hours. But come FLH, you'll be seeing me. I guarantee you that. And I will do something about it like I did last week. Nobody attacks Newsom. Nobody. And look at Gorgey. Oh, what a nice hit there. And Styles. Look at Styles. Oh, man. Double move there. One for Joe, one for Gorgey. But Team the Education team, they just tried. Oh man, Temple accidentally hit Brandon Styles. You know, that's the thing about Temple. He hasn't been in a lot of matches. He's a big guy. He leveled Joe one time. Doesn't mean anything, you know. He's a great NBA player, but this is his first match ever. And Joe's been in quite a few. So it's going to be interesting come WrestleMania to see. Oh, man, Joe just clocked Styles. He doesn't care. He has nothing to lose. He doesn't. Because if Dr. Educator loses, they all go home. And, oh, man, Styles with a big kick there. Look at Temple going for the pin. And a kick out there by Gorgey. And look at Styles. Look at this. What? Nice move there. Joe J. James slammed Styles good. Look at Gorgey. Oh, man, Styles taking advantage of both men being down, even though it doesn't matter, Temple's down. And, wow, what a move there. And Joe is down. Could this be a pinfall? Temple's going to try to, well, that didn't even work. And Joe, what a nice pin breakup. And that's the good thing about Joe and Temple, how they can break up pins. 7'4". They don't even have to run to the pin sometimes. They just drop on the pin and they land on it. They're so tall. And look at Temple here. Oh, man. Well, him and Styles are... look at Styles here. Oh, what a move! And what a move off the turnbuckle by Styles. He's trying to set something up there. He messed up one of Temple's moves, but he didn't mean to. And look at Styles here. Oh, punishing Joe now. Oh, wow. Styles throwing Gorgey over the top rope. Joe all alone in this ring, but he's rolling out. Good strategy there, but Styles is going after him. And Temple has got a pin. Gorgey did not get there in time. He was very close, but he did not get there in time. Oh, man, Joe gets laid out again. And Temple showing off. He better watch out. Gorgey's making his move. And Gorgey going for a pin here. Temple going after Joe. And Gorgey gets a pin. He didn't even know it happened. So, oh, man, a tie now. And Temple going after Gorgey now. And look here. Oh, we could have a pinfall here. And a kick out there by Gorgey. And a kick out there by Joe. Temple with a nice break up there. He's been an okay partner. I mean, he got a little bit distracted with Joe and cost him a pin. But he did get a pin, I believe, as well, so. Styles. Ooh, big opportunity here. Can Styles take it? Gorgey's distracted. And a kick out. Oh, so close. And look at Gorgey here. Oh, man, this is big. Look at this. Oh, what a kick. And Styles better watch out. Behind him, Gorgey comes out of nowhere. And look here, a kick to the head. Oh, man. And Gorgey has a shot of ending this match right here. Temple is down. And not even a 2. Oh, man. Not even a 2. Joe beating the tar out of Temple. Now Temple going after Joe. Everybody is separated. And look at Gorgey. Another big move there. Joe's got Temple down. And Dr. Educator's team, I don't know why it's called Unsubscribe and Die, because it's not, has won. They finally got a win. And they did pretty good in this match. You know, Temple's first match, obviously, is not going to be his best match. But Gorgey and Joe worked good together tonight. They got a victory. This is a big win for Dr. Educator, since he has barely had any wins. So, yeah, he finally gets a win. His team does. And builds a little momentum there for them, especially for Joe, who did pretty good against Temple in that match, I felt like. But Gorgey finishing Styles at the end there. And, yeah, the CTL subs are not happy about this. But, hey. They had to win one eventually. You know, every once in a while they get lucky like old Paul Weiss does. Talk about luck. And here's our final match of the night, guys. Our main event, the Tornado Tag you have been waiting for. Champions versus challengers. Mark, the CTL champion, will be teaming up with the tag champions. And the number one contender will be teaming up with the number one contender for the tag titles as well. This is going to be a big match, guys. So I hope you all enjoy it. This will be the final match. There will be no promo after. So here we go. And Crimson drops him there, and six-man tag is just going all over the place. Everybody's going everywhere. Of course, Crimson and Alonzo, they have a history. Destroyers and Game Over have always had a history. One of the biggest rivals on CTL, no doubt. They probably have fought each other more than anybody. And look at Mark here. Finally, but look at the Destroyers now. Destroyers have been very successful on CTL. Even though they lost the tag titles to Game Over, they did manage to, Alonzo's #1 contender for the CTL belt, and Jarrett's right now has the United States belt. So they're having a singles run right now, and they're not concerned with the tag titles, obviously, at the moment. Now, if all goes wrong, they'll try to team up again, and that's if Luther and Marcus doesn't beat Game Over. We'll see come WrestleMania. It's going to be a good fight for sure. Crimson with a nice break up there. And I'm telling you, we've had some really good matches, and Alonzo is going to make Crimson pay for showing off. Double team on Jay Glenn. They're all going after Jay. They need to get back in the ring and help Jay out. Oh, man. And Jay's got a Boston Crab. Luther breaks it up. Kick out there by Alonzo, and Jay, kick out there by Marcus. And Mark going for a submission. And Alonzo, it would be big if the CTL champion taps out the challenger here tonight. Look at Marcus. Oh, what a move on Crimson. And look there, Mark. Referee didn't even bother to count. But it was going to get broken up anyway. Look at Marcus here. Big move there. Has an opportunity at a pinfall. Nobody's around. And a kick out. And Alonzo now going after Crimson. Poor Crimson getting hit with everything. And Jay's up right there to save the pinfall. Crimson going for the pin. Luther breaks up the pin. Referee gets hit again. The referee is down again. I'm going to start counting this every time, and he gets like a raise every time he gets hit. He's still down. I mean, he got hit again. Poor guy, man. He is just out. He keeps on getting hit. People are falling on him. People are walking on him. Like, come on, get up, ref. Goodness. Oh, there's a pin going on. The referee was down, though. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if Luther had that or not. I could barely see the pin. And look here. Oh, nice breakup there. And that's 2 Boston Crabs now that have been destroyed in this match with pin breakups. And Alonzo with a nice move. And look at Mark. He's got a nice submission in here. And Marcus gets right out of it. And of course, this falls count anywhere. Jay Glenn. And look here, Marcus. What a breakup there. What a nice move there to break up that pin. No points have been scored yet. And look at Mark. Oh, man. Going for the pin. Look here. Mark has an opportunity here. And he gets the pin. That's 1 point. And nobody was there to even save that pin. And Marcus going for the pin here. And a kick out there by Crimson. And look at Jay Glenn. Nice move. Uh-oh. And Marcus put in a big move on Crimson. Jay Glenn's occupied. And that is a pin. So it is 1-1. And look at Crimson. Oh my goodness. What a move there on Marcus. Going for the pin, but Alonzo breaks it up. And Alonzo going for the pin. And a kick out. Barely. Look at, oh my goodness. And look at Mark here. Oh man. Going for the pin here on Alonzo. And Crimson throws Marcus out of the ring. Mark pins the #1 contender. Oh, that's big going into WrestleMania. Marcus pinned the #1 contender that will be fighting him. And Alonzo has got to recover from that because that is a tough hit. And, of course, Crimson with a nice throwing Marcus out of the ring to make sure he didn't get to the pin. Good teamwork by the champions, but great match overall. Both teams did really well, but the champions come out on top. The question is, can they at WrestleMania? On the next episode of CTL, you will find out on the next 2 episodes of CTL. But we got one more FLH to go and WTF WrestleManias. We will see you guys later.